My best advice after 20 years of doing mortgages. Number one, it is your responsibility as a mortgage broker. Everything is your responsibility. You cannot blame the lender. You cannot blame the brokerage. You cannot blame the market. You cannot blame the clients. You have to produce a result, and the best you can do is become the best you can be at mortgages to produce that result. But do not blame external factors. Everything is your responsibility. When you accept that responsibility, your business will thrive. If you are a mortgage broker or a mortgage agent, your clients are accounts, they are not transactions. What does it mean? Sometimes a mortgage advisor will not be able to help a client right away, and then they will say he's not a good client or he's not ready. In my opinion, that is the wrong approach. When you look at people like they are people, they just need your help. So you're gonna help them any way you can. For how long? For life. So help them in whatever you can, even if they cannot purchase right now or you cannot help them finance right now. Help them any way you can and keep in contact with them until you find a solution for them. Never let it go. Treat people like accounts or transactions like accounts, which means that you do care about people and you always are going to try to help them any way you can, regardless if that becomes a transaction for you. Always have in mind the ethical standards. When you think about the long term of your actions, you will make better decisions than if you always are chasing the short term or the last social media fad. Be super aware of your long term actions. Think what I'm going to do with this client. If it gets published in the Global Mail, in a national newspaper in Canada, how would everybody look at this? Are they going to look at it the way I'm looking at it, or are they going to look at it at a different way? Think always what is best for your clients, always. This is an outgoing game, not an incoming game. What does it mean? The more you reach out to try to help people versus waiting in your office for your phone to ring, the better you will do in your career. So never expect people come to you. Go search for them, look for them, and you will find them and try to help them any way you can. But this is an outgoing game. You go out and people will later come in. But it's like a mirror. You will get what you show in the mirror. Go out, find clients, help them any way you can, and you will have lots of clients in your career. You are in the business of solving problems. You are in the business of solving problems. As a mortgage broker or mortgage advisor, that's what you're getting paid for. So be thankful for the problems that you get from your clients. If you have a client with a problem, it's great for you because now you have the opportunity to solve that problem. Become really good at solving mortgage problems. When you become extra good at solving problems, again, you will have unlimited clients. Be thankful for the problems that you have and remember always that you are in the business of solving problems. This is for a mortgage broker or a mortgage advisor. Become pro at learning the bank guidelines, not an amateur. I love one quote from Arnold Schwarzenegger. He says the difference between a pro and an amateur is that the pro goes through the pain. The amateur does not. So if you're feeling sometimes pain because of the business, because it's difficult, that means you're becoming a pro. Go through that pain and become really good at solving problems. Learn the guidelines of the products. learn the guidelines of the banks, know them by heart. So when there is a problem from a client, you are the best person positioned to solve that problem. Become a pro. Never stay as an amateur. A mortgage broker or a mortgage agent. One of my best advice, and this is number 7, is love what you do. Really become passionate at what you do. Love your profession. When that happens, you will achieve mastery. I love the mortgage broker business because when I have a file, it's an opportunity to make a family really, really happy. And that people will become super happy when you can help them out. If for whatever reason you cannot help them or things don't go your way, I love that as well because that's an opportunity for you to learn something. And when you pay attention and you learn that lesson, you will become better at what you do and you will love more your industry. So love your industry because that leads to mastery. Follow up, follow up, follow up. From the moment you start with a client until the mortgage funds, you should follow up with your client no less than 10 to 15 times. From the moment you open the file, when you receive the documents, when you start working on the file, when you pre-approve the file, when the file is submitted to the lender, when the file is received by the lender, when you get the approval, when you have a problem, when you need the appraisal, when the file is broker complete, when the file is sent to the lawyer, when the file funds, and in between one or more times. Clients will love you for it because they know that you care about their file and they know that you're paying attention to it. Follow up, follow up, follow up. If you're an agent or a mortgage broker, remember this always. Rate is very, very important in the absence of value. I've said this for more than 10 years. In Canada, there's only 2 types of brokers. Brokers that focus on the lowest rate and brokers who focus on adding value to a client. When you learn this and when you're able to add value to the client will be less inclined to do rate shopping. Don't get me wrong. That doesn't mean that rate is not important. Rate is always important. But in my opinion, value is more important because when a person understands and sees your value and that you've been able to solve a problem for them, they will thank you and they will not mind paying a little bit more because you solve a problem that nobody else even was aware or was able to solve. Become a value master. If you're a mortgage agent or broker, learn this. Go deep versus going wide. That is actually the main advantage that a mortgage broker has compared to a branch person or a person working at the bank. Some brokers feel or believe that working at the bank is more advantageous. I was there. I was a person working at a bank, and I know what is going deep versus going wide. If you're a mortgage broker, you're focusing only on mortgages. Go deep on mortgages. Learn mortgages inside out, deep, 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 to a point that you know more than the person at the branch. Why? Because a person at the branch has to do mortgages, has to do RSPs, has to do TFSAs, has to sell insurance, has to open savings accounts, have to answer to different questions from a broker. It is too much. In my opinion, the banks are killing their own branch people because they give them too many responsibilities. You as a mortgage broker don't have that problem. You are focused only on mortgages. You're a specialist. You are an expert at mortgages. And no person that is dealing with 10 different products can compete with one person that is working with one product. I think it was Bruce Lee who said, I'm never afraid of a person that knows 1,000 moves. I am afraid of a person that has done one move 1,000 times. This is Bruce Lee. Learn from Bruce Lee. Go deep, don't go wide. My best advice after 20 years of doing mortgages. This is one of the most important because for mortgage brokers, finding new clients is one of the most difficult problems to solve. So I'm going to give you in less than 2 minutes how you can have unlimited clients. Let's say, and I'm going to assume that you're working as a mortgage broker or as a mortgage agent full time. So you have 8 hours in a day to work. Spend every single day 3 hours, 3 out of the 8 hours, calling on clients, meeting with clients, and try to help them any way you can solving their financial problems. If you spend 3 hours of every day calling clients, connecting with clients to try to solve them and asking them how you can be of service, how you can help them find or reach their financial goals via mortgages, you will have more clients that you can handle. 3 hours a day, reaching out to clients, past clients, referrals, and people, and becoming a person of service, becoming a person that they can trust on solving their mortgage problems. You will have more clients that you can handle.